I'm Ray Walmart, this is Expansive, and we're doing a first play of Deus Ex The Fall. I think it's always the danger of doing a mobile release into a HD format is that you're dealing with very limited textures to begin with. I mean, that's not to say that the quality of bringing the game to iPhone or Android is not high to begin with. I mean, what mobiles can accomplish these days is quite impressive, but bringing it into full PC release is a little bit questionable. I'm definitely noticing that the struggle with the controls already. I mean, it's very much a scripted event after scripted events. There seems to be a sluggishness to using the keyboard and the mouse as opposed to using the touch screen. It's not as seamless as the original Deus Ex, even though it may appear that way. I'm gonna line these guys up for a shot. Ooh. Was that really a gunshot? Really? Oh, okay. Whatever. That didn't feel very. I know you don't necessarily feel like you're shooting a gun in games, but there's some sort of blowback. There's some kind of sensation in whether or not it's a sound effect or whether or not it's the shaking of the screen. And there was just nothing. It was just like I wasn't even sure I'd fired that bullet. Yeah. There already seems to be quite a lot to take in. I mean, we've gone into cover, we've done takedowns, we've done walking, and I just wondered to myself, oh, that wasn't nice. I just wondered, I mean, how does this ever work on mobile? I'm playing this now, and the game is very intensive. There always seems to, there's a lot to take in for a mobile game. It's. I mean, graphically, this seems quite good. I mean, it's certainly not as dreadful as you might expect. And it's pretty seamless. There's no real stuttering or breaking up of frame rates. The loading screens even seem pretty quick, which is impressive. It's all pretty fluid and easy going, but there's a lot of emphasis on menus here. Which makes sense. I mean, from a touchscreen perspective, you would use menus a lot because I mean it's easy to navigate through. But translating that to a full-blown experience on your PC or your console is I'm not sure. It's playing okay. Well, it's playing well enough so far that it's not. It's a report that shouldn't have happened, but it's. Ooh, nice. I held down Q a bit longer that time so I could dice him up. Good grief, is there a tutorial for everything? This is what I'm saying, it's quite amazing to me how this survived on a mobile platform. I mean, there's actually more of a tutorial in this than in some games I've played recently that have just literally been made specifically for the PC. I mean, Okay, so I can silently move between points, a la Deus Ex. We've been there, we've done that before. Good grief. I'm finding this overly invasive now. It's breaking up the action too much. I mean, let's face it. I know how to walk around. I know how to fire a gun. I know how to get into cover. These are basic things that we do in almost every game these days. But why does the game? I feel it has to keep breaking up the action. Tell me these things. It's a bit different here. We're working on hacking because that might be slightly different. But even that wasn't particularly challenging. I just tapped a button and I went. Yeah, the graphics are actually quite impressive. I mean, when you consider the origins of this game, it's not bad to look at. And there's no, like I said, there's no disruptions in frame rate. There's no hiccups. It's pretty easy going. Although, I mean, I'm not saying this is obviously not a particularly graphically intensive game. I mean, if you put it side by side with the original Deus Ex, it's... if you put the latest re-release of Deus Ex Human Revolution, it's not going to look particularly fantastic. But it's good. I mean, it's It looks good. Nice takedown. I mean, this plays out almost identically to Human Revolution, and that was the point of the game in the first place. It was not an accompaniment app. Oh man, gunfire is awful. Oh, wow, really? Jeez, that's pretty dreadful, actually. The gun just doesn't feel like it has any velocity. It doesn't feel like it has any punch or anything to it. It just feels like I'm firing paper bullets, you know, or I'm just firing little mini darts. There's no gumption or anything. It's pretty poor. And that's certainly where this port is. Ah! Thanks for not popping up a tutorial in time to remind me about that one way in advance. The one time you'd actually like that. It's a weird type of game, isn't it? I mean, when you're playing it, you think, oh, what do I expect from this? It's a mobile port, and you're always slightly impressed by the way it looks and the way it plays, but then you're also thinking to yourself, oh, I can't really expect a lot from it because it's a mobile port. But when it's clearly been engineered in such a way that, you know, you're using so many different controls and you're effectively trying to create a console-like experience on a mobile. I mean, where does that barrier shift, you know? All time to reload, so nice takedown. Oh man, really? That was their first real issue I think we've encountered graphically there. So far though, this has just felt like a laborious tutorial session that I just want to wade through. I mean, it's not really giving me much hype for the main game. I feel like... Oh, here we go again. It's nice to explain things in detail, but when you're literally encompassing the screen with the tutorial, forcing the player to actually play for that tutorial, not allowing it to be an optional thing, it's just not really acceptable. It made sense on a mobile platform perhaps, but here it's just not fair game, unfortunately, and I'm getting more than a bit frustrated with it. Nice bit of lighting.
Stand by, Gray. Coming to you. Isolate and neutralize the target.
There's going to be a few enemies in here, so we're going to take these guys down. Another takedown. Now we're out of takedowns. I don't think we can take this guy now. Looks like we're going to have to do the pepper bullets again. Oh, he actually went down this time. Yeah. Right, okay. So, more hacking, I guess. Let's have a little look for a pocket secretary first, though, see if we can do this a bit quicker. God, get off my screen! I get the point, you don't need to stay up there the whole time. Oh, man. You see in the sort of the frustrations with this game. I mean, there's things to like, certainly, but it's so intrusive. It's so... I can't even read that. How am I meant to read that? Let's just try hacking it, because I'm not having much luck here. Okay. Click, 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 click. We're running out of time, unfortunately, guys, but yeah, I mean, this is a real mixed bag. It's, you know, it's a cheap price point that I think it might be worth a look, and certainly if you're a Deus Ex fan, there's a lot of story here clearly, and there's a lot of background and a lot of things that will kind of make sense if you've played Human Revolution, or make more sense in Human Revolution once you've played this. But yeah, there's some real frustrations and issues here that just can't be avoided and escaped or overlooked, unfortunately. But I mean, look out for our full overview, because hopefully things will get better. And thanks for watching, and see you next time.